back at it. Another weekend, beautiful weekend, super nice fall weather. Really appreciate all the kind words, people being nice on the comment section. I know it's not always going to be that way, but for our first video it did pretty good. Pleased with the results on that. On this weekend, nothing too crazy. Hopefully gonna get the white car prepped fully to go racing tomorrow. Just a couple little things that I have to do left. I gotta put the brakes and rotors back on and swap the seat out, put the bucket seat back on. But on it, really, it's pretty good to go. Unfortunately, with the wheels, I just got word about it yesterday. The mold for the 17.935 front spec is broken. This happened to me about 5 months ago as well. I waited for a good 2 weeks and then they called, said it was broken. I ordered them again about 2 months ago and they just called in. So again, same thing. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that wheel in a 17.9. If anybody knows of one, 17.9 offset 35 though would be preferred, so that I could run it on this car to have similar spec fitment on the front. So I am gonna throw the 255s on these wheels just because this is a 245 and it runs a little, these tires run a little narrow, so it looks a little kind of funny on this wheel. It looks like stretched fitment. I'm hoping with the 255 I don't have too much of a issue with it rubbing. It only really rubs on like a hard bump. You can see here a little bit of a line, but I don't think it'll be too much of a difference, and if anything I'll have to raise it just a hair. But overall should be pretty simple, super easy, simple setup on this car. So it's got S3 coilovers, camber bolt on the front, and then a rear sway bar, progress rear sway bar. It does have eBay camber arms in the rear. I do gotta get something ordered in, something a little nicer than what's on there. Just I would rather have something that's adjustable, opposed to the eBay ones aren't. They're just like kind of set to where they need to be. But yeah, should be pretty good. Easy weekend. I did get waitlisted, so I'm not 100% on driving, but I still want to swap over the tires just to have them ready. Say what's up. Just not having it. But yeah, I've had these tires for a while. I had originally ordered them for those other wheels to have, you know, two sets, the 245s and then a 255. So this is a lot bigger than what is on there now. It seems like the 245 measured out is about a 235. So this 255, I haven't measured it, but on the dimensions it's like it'd be like a 245 and a half or something like that, something weird. The Celeron tires are not, you know, the best tire, but they were cheap, so super nice. I did like them on the first track day that I went on with them, and then I mean, for how cheap they are, they work. I'm gonna wash the white car, load these up, and then go get them mounted so that we can be ready for tomorrow if they do decide to let me race, which fingers crossed. I hope they do, because I really want to try out this. So 255 front, 235 rear. I'd really rather have 245, 225, but this will be a lot better with a lot more meat than my the tires on there are currently cooked. I've done like 3 track days, 2 autocrosses on them, and a bunch of driving time as well. So I think we'll be all right. I am gonna do just a quick wash. I just remembered too that I do have to do an oil change. This service is past due. It's not that bad. I do have the oil here, the filter, OEM filter, ready to go. Set this up. Just a quick wash before taking it out. Just a bunch of bugs and crap all over the front end. The rest of the car's not that dirty, but really just the front that's bothering me. Harbor Freight pressure washer for the win. But one thing I won't get used to is people walking by or driving by and watching me talk to a camera, or if there's nobody else around. Like, there's a lady right now parked right down the street just staring at me. She passed by and she looked over here. And I'm just washing my car. I really only use Griot's stuff. It's always seemed to be the best. You know, Walmart Chemical Guys stuff I used to use. But then I stopped because it was just like not the best results. I had other wheels and they started to like eat up the paint and the finish of the wheels. I just like gave out on that. Strictly really only use Griot's stuff now. And I mean, it smells good. They're like, why are you washing your car like that? It's my car, it doesn't really matter. The paint's pretty cooked. And it's just a simple wash. It's not like I was doing anything crazy. It was a brand new scrub as well. It's all washed now. I'm gonna dry it off, load up the wheels, the tires, and then go get them swapped out. The tires loaded up. Just got here to the tire shop. They opened up a Panda Express down the road. I stopped by and they hooked it up. They were giving out free Panda Bowls and t-shirts and sticker books. The original orange chicken. Get these tires mounted. Good to go. Quick comparison of the two. This is a lot meatier than what this was. So definitely a lot more square on the wheel overall. Should hopefully drive a lot better also. Maybe this felt a little bit better, but we'll see. Definitely meaty, so it's gonna look pretty good. It fits way better. I think it's gonna rub though. Nah, dude, that's dialed in. I might have to, I don't know. Looks pretty good. Back here. Better look at it. Front tire looks fat now. I think I might have to raise the rear a bit more to match the front. But it's like super aggressive now. Same, it's perfect. No rubbing on coming out of the base. Yeah, it looks good, I think. But for some reason, this wheel with this wheel makes this wheel look like 16s to me. And the rears are like 17, 18s, but they're both 17s. Yeah, I think the rear may have to go up just a hair. But overall, pretty stoked on how it came out. All right, after putting the 255s on the front, it fits good, it looks good, but it's having a tight fit on the driver's side. The tab popped out. I had done a previous repair here already with like a nylon washer to hold it in place. So I'm gonna try and redo this. Maybe put a different type of screw or put one a little further up to hold it on place. And then on the passenger side, it was fine. Passenger side didn't have any problems. I already had this dent here, but I do see like a little white line all the way around the tire where it was touching here. So I'm gonna just grab the flappy disc and maybe cut this even with this line here out a little further so it's not contacting that. And then I think I might raise the rear a little just so that it can match the front. But other than that, they drove pretty good. I drove about 2 hours, maybe 3 hours yesterday, just after putting them on. And then the next thing is I gotta put the pads and rotors on, oil change, and then get the seat in. Should be good to go. Again, I'm still on the wait list, so hopefully they say that I can race today and drive. So, alright, pads and rotors changed. I just gotta shave these off for clearance on both sides, get the seat in, oil change is all good to go. I don't know if you know about the 8th gen oil filter location. Is just terrible. You can't really get to it. You have to take the wheel off. I don't think you can do it without taking the wheel off unless you're like at a quick oil change place or at the dealership. They must have some sort of special tool, and it just like gets all over the subframe and you can't really stop it from leaking everywhere. So gonna flappy disc the inner of the bumper here. I did have to get rid of my fender liner. Hopefully I can figure something out just to have some sort of cover here, but for now I'm just gonna shave that down, be good to go. All right, I'm really bad at recording. I gotta remember to record, but we made it here. VAR. I'm going out now. We did one quick session. No rubbing, surprisingly. A little bit on the passenger side. On going through the chicane. So going up now for the next session. Should be all right. Excited. Thankfully, I was able to get in. They only had spaces available for novice, so we're gonna run it with that. Just have fun, really. I don't want to do anything crazy today, although the weather is pretty perfect for driving. So I lied about rubbing. Definitely rubbing, but thankfully it wasn't cutting the tire. I did have to pull the fender with my hand a little, and same thing on this side. I had to pull it out a little. This side it caught here. But other than that, driving good. About to go out for the next session. I'll try and record a session of actually driving. Just came out second session. A lot less rubbing. Hair's a little crazy. It was super fun though. Got a lot more clearance. Pulling the fenders off with my hand. You can see I did smoke my finger in the trying to pull it out with my hand. So no longer OEM spec as they're hand pulled. Thankfully the tab didn't pop out. Same thing on the passenger side. You see all my fingerprints here from pulling on it, but it helped out because I didn't really rub and I was able to send it a lot faster. I finished out with a 136.9. I don't remember exactly what I did last time, but for simple car, so much fun. In the novice session I was kind of pushing people around, but you got to do what you got to do sometimes, right? Overall, the tires feel super good. The 255 is kind of the move. It felt way more responsive on track, and they look, brand new still. They're definitely hot, but super sticky. I think I gotta go a little lower in pressure also. But for now, we're all right. Going out for the third session next. All right, that's a wrap for the weekend. Finished up the track day. Civic did well. Coilovers felt good. Tires felt good. It's all parked back. Made it home. 200 miles driving there to at the track and from. Definitely needs a wash. Gonna get it all scrubbed. Not gonna do much more. I gotta get the red car prepped to drive to California. Gotta do an oil pan inner tie rods in alignment, and then it should be good to go. Other than that, I'm gonna put the last lap session at the track, the last lap that I did, or not the last lap, but a lap of the last session. It's never too, I don't find it too interesting watching people drive on track unless something exciting is happening. It's kind of boring watching, so I'll put it at the end of the video. We'll be good to go. Thanks for watching.